the vinyl leader.
Yo, what is shaking, baby? What's up? The Group Seeker in the house. What's up, Group Seeker?
What's up, Jason? Happy Monday, man.
Happy Monday. Damn, dude, these glasses are freaking huge. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, they're about double the size of mine.
I mean, dude, I just got back from the optometrist with these fly specs. I had to get the lenses. I've worn these before, but we got upgraded lenses now, baby. We got scopes in there. Flat, round, and spun. What's up, baby? Tonight is gonna be super fly. We're back with the fantasy draft. And if you guys tuned in like in November, which is hit or miss.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a while ago, bro. We did a jazz. Yeah. We did a fantasy draft, a jazz fantasy draft with WCB from the WCB channel, Vinyl on YouTube, and then Felipe from the Jazz Bum. So it was a little quartet, and that was super cool. So we'll get into it again. It's just me and Chris today. That's all right. We're doing our rock and roll version. I thought we just had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list drop. So why not do a little rock and roll? Plus we had the NBA All-Star game, man. Did you end up catching any of that yesterday, or did you see highlights or anything?
I love hoops, but I fell asleep so early last night. I didn't watch any of it. I caught some of the highlights, but not enough to know what really happened. They also changed the format, which is kind of weird. Did you watch it?
It was weird, dude. I haven't watched the All-Star game in a while, but it was in my hometown. It was in Oakland again. Steph was in there. I watched the 10-minute version, and yeah, it's weird. They played a 40, and then the game's over. And so it's like first team to 40. So it was cool. I mean, it was cool from the standpoint of watching Steph, hitting trays from the logo, and running threes from, and stuff. Steph just dominated, and it was good to see it. That's my team. I'm from the Bay Area, so anything Steph can do no wrong in my book. What's up, Cesar? All right.
Yeah, I guess they had to change it because the guys aren't as competitive as I'd like them to be. I remember like when I was younger, the All-Star games were like cutthroat. Those guys were playing their asses off, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it actually meant something, right? I don't know. I was listening to I always listen to KMBR, the Bay Area sports station, just to kind of keep up a little bit here and there. And it's like, I guess they changed the format going into the pandemic, and then they changed it again. And they're trying to find something that works. All-Star games are always goofy, right? I mean, it's like the Pro Bowl is goofy. They try to make it matter, but then it's annoying because why should it matter? It's just it's an all-star game. Why should it count towards anything? Like home field advantage, for example, in baseball and stuff. So whatever. But then if it doesn't count, then no one plays hard. So it's like trying to figure out what to do. All right. Today, like I said, we got the fantasy draft, rock and roll fantasy draft. This is cool. You guys are in the game as always. We'll do a poll. You guys will see how it works here in a second, but we'll do a poll. You guys get to pick your winning band, and Chris and I will have to make an argument for our selections. And this can get kind of crazy, man. You can put together some fun stuff. You might come up with the band that no one ever thought of that would just kick ass. You might come up with something that everyone just shakes their head at. Wyoming Dave in the house. What's up? Shout out everybody in the chat. Let's get involved. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is it. I took the liberty of kind of setting us up, Chris, in advance. So are you good with your band being called the Groove Seekers?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that theme.
Cool. And I'll be spinning vinyls, plural, vinyls. See what I did there? Spinning vinyls. And you guys will see how this works. And I'll talk it through as we go, and you guys can kind of see. And what will be fun is, I don't know, man, we'll see what happens at the end of this, Chris. If we have some extra time, maybe we'll get somebody from the gallery in the mix, or even a couple people. And we'll run another draft. That would be cool. All right. Let's begin draft, shall we? Oh, I can't click there. I'm like clicking on my the screen. I'm looking at my StreamYard and I'm clicking on that. It's like, no, I got to come over here and click on this. Okay. All right. I forgot to roll, but that's cool. Next time we'll roll. Chris goes first. Whoever's highlighted in green, it's their pick. And basically, we're going to pick, you can see the, the instrumentalist here. We got a vocals category, guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards. And Chris, if you want to pick 2 guitar players, we can do that. What you want to have 2 leads, you want a rhythm, whatever, you can go in there. I didn't separate that out. There's going to be some controversy. This isn't going to have everybody. Everyone watching this for now and forever is going to feel like I left stuff out. Well, I mean, that's part of the point, is to, kind of make people have to really work around what we have here. There are a lot of musicians here, over 100 altogether. And, I tried to pull guys that everybody would know, or at least from bands that everyone would know. But the cool thing about this is, in the future and stuff, is we can place some limitations on it, and we can, spotlight 80s, electro or whatever, and just kind of narrow things down. But this is going to be all mostly rock bands. I mean, everyone here would be considered rock as opposed to like jazz or country or something. So the rotation is, and you'll see it as we go along, is just like a fantasy draft, right? So Chris will go first. He gets 1 pick. I'll go next. I get 2 picks. He'll go next. He gets 2 picks. So it's kind of like whoever's on the end gets 2, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Except awesome. There's 2 of us. We're both on the end. Everyone's on the end. So we'll get 2, except the first pick.
I just remind me, I forgot. I know I asked this. How many we get? So there's 5 people in the band.
So yeah, I know we can talk about that, right? I mean, we got we could do a trio. We could start with like a power trio if you want. Maybe maybe we do it that way. I know when we did the jazz one, we did a trio, we did a quartet, we did a quintet. I can't remember if we did a sextet, but it's kind of fun doing it that way. You want to start out with a power trio?
All right,
your power trio, man. Who are you building this band around?
All right, so let's see guitar.
By the way, Chris doesn't know, he's not privy to anyone in any of these lists yet. So, okay, I was afraid of that. I just picked for you. Sorry, we have to start over. All right, let me give some more space here, because there's a lot of names on this list. You said guitar, is that where you were?
Yeah.
There we go. There's the list, my man. Like I said, okay. Don't look for fish guys.
Okay, give me Jimmy.
Ooh, we're gonna build a band around Jimmy. There we go. Boom. All right, so you can see how this is going, right? You can see Chris now has Jimmy in his personnel. I'll go next. Well, since you're going Jimmy and we're doing a power trio, I'm gonna pick my guy, Mr. Zappa. And then I got a second pick, so I can pick my bass right now. So this is gonna be guitar, bass, and drums. I'm gonna assume that Jimmy's gonna do your vocals for you in this case.
It depends. We'll see how it shakes out.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. If I don't remember to hit record on my camera, it does that every time. There we go. Okay, I got Frank. Let's see. I'll do bass. How about Frank Zappa and Paul McCartney? Oh, man. There's some good names on here, dude. You know what? I'm going to go Geddy Lee from Rush. And then I got 2 vocalists, dude. Yes.
I'm so glad you put this guy in because I had him written down. So go to bass and give me James Jamerson.
James Jamerson. The Funk Brothers. And here you go. You get to round out your trio right now.
All right, so let's go drums.
Drums. What would you guys pick?
Man.
He's got Hendrix. He's got James Jamerson in there. Who's your drummer going to be?
Man, I wanted some soul in this kid.
We're representing Santana, Beatles, AC/DC, Toto, Rush, The Who, Hendrix, Pink Floyd. I mean, all the big ones are here. Van Halen, Queen, even Nirvana. We got Dave Grohl in the house, Kiss, Led Zeppelin.
Man, the perfect guy would have been Carter Beauford from the Dave Matthews Band. I need some groove. So give me Jeff Porcaro from Toto.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Where are you,
Where's
Jeff?
the bottom?
Boom, there we go. Ooh, that's a nice band, dude. All right. So you got Hendrix, James Jamerson, and Jeff Porcaro. I need a drummer. I already know who I'm picking, dude. I'm going to take Phil Collins. Zappa, Getty, and Phil Collins, dude.
It's a lot of
I
ego
got
on
3
vocals.
singers.
I know, there's a lot of ego on vocals there.
There is a lot of ego. Well, there it is, guys. That was our trio, our power trio right there. Let me throw up a poll. You guys can you guys are going to decide who the winner is. We're just getting started, guys. We're going to do some bigger bands here too.
So I just want to throw a curveball about my band. There is no vocals. This is just an instrumental psychedelic funk band.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, let me throw this poll up and then we'll argue our points here on why this works. I wish you could play music. I don't want to get us kicked off.
Do you want me to hum the Jeopardy theme?
If you could, that'd be great.
I can't hold the note.
Yeah, okay. Spinning of vinyls. So who's the winner on this one? And I'm going to throw this up, but give us a second here. Music in the House. What's up, baby? We did the jazz. Yeah, like in November. You can find it. We had 4 people here. We had Felipe from the Jazz Bums and WCB was in the house also. That was fun. We tried to get a couple other extra guys today. They couldn't make it. So you get me and Chris today.
They were just scared because I dominated the jazz one so bad.
You did.
People were like, you know what, man? Can't mess with the champ.
Yeah, like, man, why did Chris have to be here? Okay, here's the poll. So, yeah, you can check that out too. Music in the House on YouTube, and you can just search it or you'll find it. It happened in November, so it's a pretty fun watch. So here's my argument, man. You got arguably the greatest, most diverse guitar player on the planet. Unique, innovative, songwriter, composer, vocalist, all that. You got Geddy Lee on Rush, who in Rush from Rush. By the way, playing bass here. There is a keyboard off to the side of the stage though, and if he wants to tap on that, he can too. But just wild bass, man. Go back and listen to those Rush records. And also a vocalist. We got the high end, so we got Frank playing the low end vocals. We got Geddy Lee in there with the high end, and we got Phil Collins somewhere in the middle on drums, man. And he beats on those skins, as everyone well knows. So this is going to be a groovy, just modern kind of, fusion-y maybe kind of a band. So a little trio. What about you, Chris?
So this is sort of in the spirit of what I would have picked as my dream band, 2 of the guys in here. So I'm pretty psyched about that. But I got Jimmy just taking the lead and being the driving force. And then you have this killer rhythm section of James and Jeff just really filling in where they can step up Jimmy's game. Not arguably, simply the best guitar player ever. A guy who's responsible for a substantial amount of Motown hits, and then Porcaro coming in on the shuffle. And hopefully James can keep Jeff and Jimmy out of the party scene when it's time to record. That was also another a goal here, have some grounding. But this is just going to be
practical choice there. Okay.
Yeah. This is just going to be Jimmy coming in with a riff, and they're just going to jam. I'm thinking like that great instrumental he does, like country blues, like in the spirit of that type of Hendrix stuff. And these guys are just going to be grooving.
Okay, so is this going to be more like your Jimi Hendrix Experience or more like your Band of Gypsies?
It's going to be more of like the bridge between the Experience and the Gypsies, and the bridge of what would have happened after the Gypsies.
Ooh, okay.
So kind of filling in between those eras and the era we just don't know about.
I like the way you think. I like that. Yeah, Music in the House. I can only imagine the Geddy Lee, Frank Zappa harmonies. Whoo, brother. Absolutely, man. That's wild. Okay, I'm going to let that roll just long enough to start up the next one. Groove Seeker, so far you're in the lead. I need some love. from the gallery. You guys check out the poll, which is up right now. Whose band's going to take it, man? Is it going to be Chris, the Group Seekers with Jimi Hendrix, James Jameson, and Jeff Porcaro from Toto? Or is it going to be Spinning Vinyls with Frank Zappa, Geddy Lee from Rush, and Phil Collins? All right, let's get out of here. We'll do the next one. This time I'll randomize us, see who goes first. Oh, see, I asked for some love and I just got a slap in the face. All right. The Groove Seeker taking it 67%. Congratulations, Groove Seeker.
Thank you.
That was nice, man. Nice little lineup you got there. All right, looks like Chris is going first again. All right, here we go. Let's get started.
So this is a 4-piece.
A little 4-piecer, yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's just out of curiosity see who's on vocals here.
This was tough, dude, because there are a lot of people I could have put in here. What you guys can't see, sorry about that, is Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell at the bottom. And maybe you, Chris, you probably can't see that either. But so Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell also on this list. But man, I had to leave a lot of people off this just because there wasn't room.
It's tough. Like I want to pick Joni, but I don't think that'll please the crowd. Ah, fuck it. I'm picking Joni.
Ooh, he's gonna build around Joni. This is gonna be fun. All right, Chris with Joni Mitchell. I guess I might as well go vocals too. We're picking our 4 pieces here, guys. Ooh, okay. So many ways to go, man. You go Bowie. And if you go Bowie, which Bowie?
True.
You go early Bowie.
If you go Axl, which Axl? The one that shows up or the one that doesn't? You gotta consider.
If you go Steve Perry, do you go Genius Steve Perry or do you go Genius Steve Perry?
Oh my laundry.
Yes. I'm gonna say for away from Perry right now, but we might get him in the mix later. I think I want to go with, who was I thinking? Sorry, this is taking me forever. I'm gonna go with David Lee, man. He's been on my mind lately. I freaking love David Lee Roth. I need the energy. I need the screams. I need the splits. I need jumping off the 3rd turnbuckle and, you know, spread eagle, all that stuff. So this is going to be a wild live band right here. I got to pair him with a guitar player. I just think vocalist, if you're in the rock, your vocalist and your guitar player has to pair up nicely. And of course, he pairs up perfectly with Eddie Van, but that would be no fun. Who can we put David Lee with? And how do I rationalize this to where I actually win this? Let's go with, I'm going to get no love if I pick, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pick Jimmy Page. What would happen if David Lee Roth and Jimmy Page paired up? All right, Chris, it's all you.
All right, let me just see keyboards out of curiosity. Oh, man. All right.
So we got Pink Floyd is represented, the Doors, Deep Purple, Genesis. Yes, I'll just name some of the Depeche, Pink Floyd, Traffic, The Who, Rush, Van Halen. And yes, I put Eddie Van on keys there. We all know who did the keyboards for Jump. Eddie Van had some keyboard skills.
Okay, let's take a look at guitar players. Now, Joni can play guitar too, right?
We know she can play acoustic. Does she play electric? I don't know.
No, not really. Okay, so Joni. It's kind of like,
and don't say Chachi.
No,
don't say Chachi.
I'll try not to. I'm gonna pair with Carlos on guitar.
Ooh. Carlos. Okay. I like that. Carlos, very clean sound, right, with Carlos.
Right,
it actually seems like it pairs nice.
That's what I'm saying. Let me just see bass now. Oh, this is such a layup now. All right, you got to give me Mr. Sting.
Oh, Sting. You got this is going to end up being weird because you're going to get 2 picks, but you're going to, and I don't have a way to skip right now. So this is going to end up being, oh no, because I'm going to get to do mine. I'm going to finish mine right here. Okay. We're still good.
Yeah. No, you're going to go 2. Then I'm going to go.
Then you'll just take 1. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I guess this will always work out. So I got David Lee on vocals and visuals. And we got Jimmy Page. So I need a bass player. I'm going to pick, bass and drums. Let me pick bass next. I'm going to take... I need the high energy because David Lee's way too... He's going to outperform everybody if you don't get fire in there. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to put Les Claypool in there because I think it's interesting. It's different. It's challenging. And he doesn't take a backseat to anybody. So I think you got to have those kind of people in this band. Jimmy Page, not taking a backseat. Les Claypool, not taking a backseat. Because David Lee just has too much presence. You know, you don't want people to just fall into the background. So we're going to need a great drummer too. We picked Phil Collins last time. I don't know if I pick Mitch Mitchell, which is who I want to pick. I don't know if the gallery is going to feel me on that, but we're picking them. If you guys go back and watch Mitch Mitchell during the Woodstock, the Woodstock show with Jimmy, he is fire. You get a real clear opportunity to see his skills in that video. And that's the Mitch Mitchell we have here. This is the late Mitch Mitchell right before the breakup and all that stuff. So there you go, Chris. Deal with that.
All right. So I'm going to go keyboards. Oh, there's 2 here I would choose. I want, obviously Herbie would be a great pick because of his relationship with Joni, but I'm going to pass on that. It's between Cooper and Winwood, and I think I'm going to go Winwood here.
Going Winwood. I love Steve Winwood.
Yeah.
So that's a good pick,
man. And then drums is tough.
Oh, wait. You're done. You're done, dude.
Oh, I got 4.
Did you miss drums? Yeah, you have 4. You got Mitchell.
Oh, I thought we were doing... Oh, my bad. I thought we were doing 5. All right, so take Winwood out. Sorry.
I can't.
Oh.
Do you want to... Okay, you go ahead. Add drums. We'll do 4 next time. Go ahead and do drums.
Okay, my bad. So click on drums.
We always space out on this. It's hard to keep track. So go ahead.
So on drums, I would go Picaro again, but I just chose him. So let me see what else I can do here. So I need somebody. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go Picaro again. I'm sorry.
Man. Loves his Toto.
No, I actually can't stand Toto.
What? You never touched the reins down in Africa? What's wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, a couple tunes. What's the Georgie Porgy one too? I like that song.
Yeah, they had some good ones, and they wrote, at least a few songs for Michael Jackson's Thriller, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I know they're amazing, and all those guys like Lukather and all those guys are amazing. I just don't really love them as a band. It's just, I don't know.
I gotcha. Okay, so
I don't
now
even like music.
I know you don't. I don't know how you end up winning these because it's like you have a lot of records, but you don't really listen to them. All right, so I got a guitar player, a singer, a drum and bass. So I don't know. Do I need anyone else, or am I good with this? I have a keyboard. I guess I need a keyboard player just because you have 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Let me think about this. We got Dave Lee, Jimmy, Les, Mitch. Okay. I know who I'm going with. P. Townsend, baby.
Oh, that's cool.
P. Townsend. Yep. The record. And he's coming at us from this P. Townsend right there.
Yeah.
So I won't get fooled again. So yeah, think those. We got some nice little intro, some nice little synth kind of deals going on. Intro, outro, and then we got Mitch Mitchell just pounding and rhythmically so good. You got to go back and watch that. Watch him on for Woodstock, and then we got Les Claypool on bass, just mastermind doing what he wants. We got Jimmy Page on guitar, just shredding the blues. And David Lee bringing the energy and the vocals. I love it. I actually love that. All right. What about you, man?
All right. It's 1983.
While Chris is talking, I'm going to be throwing up the poll, guys.
So before you judge the sound of the band, just keep this in mind. And this is why you should vote for the Groove Seekers here. It's 1983. Everybody's out of rehab. Everybody's sick of Christopher Cross. Everybody's sick of yacht rock. And here comes this alternative yacht rock that when you look at the cover of the album, you're like, oh, this looks really corny. But then you hear the record, and it's like the greatest thing you ever heard in 1983. That's what I'm going for here. Everybody's masters of their craft now. They've been through the 60s. They've been through the 70s.
Who's your singer?
Oh, Joni.
Okay.
So you got Joni on lead. You got Sting and Stevie backing her up. You got some spirituality here with, Carlos and Joni and Sting probably being barefoot on stage, right?
Bitching at Porcaro.
Right. And right before Winwood finds higher love, he's just in this transition phase in his career, and he's just playing his ass off on the B Hammond or the piano, whatever he wants. So I mean, this is like the Nirvana to hair metal. This is the antithesis and the response to yacht rock, just fading away in the 1980s. That's what I was going for.
All right. You guys buy it? If you do, if Groove Seekers lies are, if you guys want to be led like lemmings by the Groove Seeker over here, giving you his line of BS why he should win, give him a vote. Otherwise, you take the true path to greatness with the David Lee Roth, Jimmy Page, Les Claypool, Mitch Mitchell, and Pete Townsend. I could actually see that. That's a record I would buy. That's a band I would go see. Those are autographs I would want. Those are 8x10s that I would be hanging up in my bedroom.
Well, but
I mean, look who you have. You have Joni Mitchell, Jeff Porcaro, and Steve Winwood. No one's hanging those posters up. I got David Lee, Jimmy Page, Mitch Mitchell. I mean, Pete Townsend. By the way, I'm saying that because you're leading by like 80% right now.
Well, listen, there's also two things you're missing. Number one, which band is Jerry Garcia more likely to sit in with? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I mean, that's true.
And two, they released one mysterious album. They go on a brief tour in major cities, and then they reunite at Woodstock 94, 11 years later. And people lose their minds.
All right. You make a strong argument. Music in the House said it right. Vote early, vote often. Post yacht rock. Post yacht rock. Post Malone. All right. So there you go, guys. Take your pick. Who's it going to be? Is it the Groove Seeker or Spinning Vinyls? Well, we missed our little four pack, so we need to go back and do fours.
That's my bad.
Don't forget a drummer this time, my friend.
And the title of the album is Music to Recover After a Root Canal. That's the title of the album.
Music to Recover by. And you don't know if you're talking about a root canal or AA. All right. Who's going to be Spinning Vinyls, Groove Seeker? Let's get it. Get your votes in now. We're about to close up the voting. Again, I need some love. Guys. All right, here we go. Let's do another random. Maybe I'll get first pick this time. Good title, says Wyoming Dave. There we go. I got first pick now. Begin draft.
Okay, this is a 4 now, right? 4 piece.
Yeah, we're doing 4. So don't forget, you need, or just don't leave out. Your first 3 got to be your solid 3.
Yeah. That's my bad. First time.
No, you're good, baby. You're good. Okay, we're doing 4. I'm trying to think if we could raise the stakes a little bit here. Maybe we have. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give us something in the gallery, man. How can we raise the stakes? Here's what I'm thinking. 2 drummers. Build a band around 2 drummers, or 2 guitar players, or a keyboardist, or 2 vocalists, or no vocalist. What do you guys want to see? I think that'd be fun. Let's raise the stakes a little bit. What do you think, Wyoming Dave? Music in the house. What do you want to see, man? The show's for you all. In fact, we might get you guys involved on the next one.
If we do 2 drummers, though, you can't do 4, right? 4 people. That'd be a little insane.
Why not? Could have guitar and bass and drums. Boom. Pick a singer.
True.
I could do Zappa. Yeah, I mean, and we could. I know it seems insane, Chris. Any thoughts, guys? Any thoughts, or are you going to leave me to my own devices? 1 of each. Okay. That's 5, though. David Nelms, welcome. Shout out David Nelms. So we're doing 4 on this one. We just did 5. 4 drummers, Chris. All right, I'll pick a drummer. You guys think about what you want to do. Build around drummer, guitar, bass, and singer. You got it, David. Here we go. No keyboard player for our little quartet. I'm going to pick. I don't see everybody that I want here. I'm realizing like how I left a lot of people out. All right, let's go with I'm going to go Neil Peart from Rush on this one.
All right, so 1 of each,
or Peart, depending on your pronunciation.
Okay, so no keyboards, right?
No keyboards, yeah. So vocals, guitar, bass, and drums.
All right, let me see vocals, please.
Wyoming Dave, that's actually an incredible pick. Don't give him any ideas.
I don't pick overrated musicians. Let's see.
Let's not forget at the bottom. You guys can't see it. You guys can't see it, but Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell are at the bottom of this list.
All right. Let's go Dylan.
The great Bob Dylan. Well,
okay. So we got Dylan on guitar.
If you're just joining, guys, we are in the thick of a fantasy draft. I know it says jazz band fantasy draft. I forgot to change that. This is actually a rock fantasy draft.
Let me see bass, please. Who could really help Dylan out?
I don't want to help you. I can think of somebody.
I'm going to go Lesh.
Dude, you read my freaking mind. All right. I got my drummer. I'm going to go bass player. Let's just get the rhythm section knocked out. Neil Peart. I'm going to go Jack Bruce on this one from Cream, you guys. You guys know Jack Bruce. And then guitar. Trying to pick people I haven't picked yet, too. Jack Bruce. I have an idea for my next one, actually, now. So I got Jack Bruce. Okay. So this could be, we can get Neil Peart into kind of a psychedelic mood, right? Let's get David Gilmour in there from Pink Floyd.
Son of a bitch.
I think with Jack Bruce, that is a fly little combo. And if we get Neil Peart in there, who can do anything he wants to, this is shaping up. Okay.
You took my pick.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. That's what this is about.
Thank you, David.
All right. I have a backup plan. So we're gonna go guitar. And you might think, like, will this guy overplay on a Dylan record? And he could if Zimmy gives him the nod, but people forget all the phenomenal studio sessions that Dwayne Allman did, and he can be very reserved. So I'm going to put Dwayne Allman in the mix here.
Dwayne Allman. Okay, your last pick, my friend.
It's a drummer.
You got, yeah, you need a drummer.
Can't go Spinal Tap, 2 bass players. Drums. Let's do drums. All right, so
unless you want keyboards. Oh no, we're not doing keyboards. That's right. We can't do keyboards.
Who would fit in here? I won't pick Jeff Porcaro again, don't worry.
Thank God.
I won't pick Ringo because Ringo and Paul have played together. Paul loved Mitch. A lot of hard rockers in here. I need a guy with diversity. Play a little bit of everything. I'll tell you what, give me Roger Taylor from Queen.
Roger Taylor. Okay, so you got Bob Dylan, Dwayne Allman, Phil Lesh, and Roger Taylor. Makes no sense to me, guys. I don't know how could you vote for that? I'm poised for the win. All I have to do is not lose it now. We got David Gilmour on guitar. We got Jack Bruce on bass and Neil Peart on Rush. I just need a vocalist. Let me channel.
I can't believe you're just going to insult David Gilmour like that. This band's never going to work. You're just going to rip the mic away from David Gilmour?
Yes.
This is what I mean, people. This is why I'm the defending jazz champ. This is why I'm up 2-0 for the night. I'm about to be up 3-0.
It's not my fault. They said no. He's. You go back and watch. Go watch. Side 2 of Metal Echoes. Go watch the Echoes video. It's all instrumental, and you see the young David Gilmour in his full powers. That's who we got today. And on vocals, I need someone that can hang with psychedelia. I'm almost thinking to bring Janis Joplin in on this. I'm almost thinking to bring Jim Morrison in on this. Let me think about my frequency response, guys. See, this is how deep I'm getting. Very high top end here, low end, low end. I need someone that's not going to compete with David Gilmour. Woo, Jimmy on vocals. The man himself, Mr. Psychedelia. Just look at that. What a power foursome right there. Hendrix, Gilmour on guitar, just playing the psychedelic echoes, riffs. This is like one song per side on this record right here. We got Jack Bruce on bass, and we got Neil Peart on drums, and they all do solos. Man, dude, I'm scared of myself on this one, guys. I'm ready to run the table. By the way, Groove Seeker 71% on the last one. Let's change that, guys. Show me some love. Just throw me a bone. We're just having fun. We're just style freeing.
All right, we're going to assume that Dwayne Allman doesn't have his tragic fall. This is right before Dylan goes religious. He just gets off tour with the band, takes a little break. He's missing Robbie and the boys. He happens to be in San Francisco, and he bumps into Phil. Him and Phil start to jam. Phil's like, let me call Dwayne. I heard Dwayne's not doing much right now. Bob says, no, let's take a trip down to Muscle Shoals where Dwayne's hanging, and we'll go lay down some jams. So
all right, guys.
Dwayne and Phil hit it off. Bob's writing great lyrics. Dylan hears, Queen's Sheer Heart Attack, And then he starts listening to jazz, and he's like, "We got to get Roger on this session. This is the guy that just brings it all together out of the blue." And Dylan just one more last hurrah on some rock and roll before he finds Jesus again. This is what we're looking at.
All right, you guys buying it? What do you think? Who's going to take it here? Spinning Vinyls or the Groove Seekers? While you guys think about that, well, let me let it marinate. You guys check out those bands. What do you think? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, dude. Any love whatsoever? I mean, you saw the list. Are you know? I know your big guys are in there. Fish, right?
Yeah.
Are they poised for a win there? Are they going to get the W and get in this time, or what do you think? Are they going to just let it ride till next time?
They should have been in already.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to win the fan. Yeah.
Sorry.
I know we need some experimental music for the Breakfast King to appease his needs. They're going to win the fan vote, but doesn't mean they're going to win. Dave Matthews Band won the fan vote a few years ago and didn't get in. They deserve to be there. One of the great American bands ever. And I made this argument, not even about the music, last Thursday on Surface Noise, the B-side, but just their total impact on the music industry and the fact that they did it themselves on their own terms, and nobody told them what to do since like 1993, basically, maybe 1992. You know, they self-promoted, one of the highest grossing tour bands every year. Sell at the Garden.
They have their own label. Who are they signed with?
Yeah, they're on Jump Records, which is theirs now. I forget who they were with before for a long time, but they own everything. I mean, they're very similar to the Grateful Dead, where they employ a whole organization. I think the two biggest things that I look at for their impact on the music industry is, number one, just the way they're able to control the distribution of their tickets. They really have a stronghold on the system, similar to what Pearl Jam and maybe Dave Matthews Band has. I would argue probably about the same level. And the second thing is, they were putting on festivals for themselves for a long time. And if it wasn't for them, things like Bonnaroo and Coachella, like it or hate it, Bonnaroo, Coachella, and some of these other festivals really stole their blueprint and stole all of the learning experiences and the mistakes that they made and the positives they made to kind of create that atmosphere. And if you really look now over the past, 6 to 8 years, festivals have really been the big draw, rather than, everybody having a massive tour all summer. So just those little things that they've done have been, extremely influential. And then just as far as the music goes, they're all four of them as individuals are incredible players. I mean, I think anybody who is a musician, whether you like the music or not, it's hard to not respect what they do. And if you go on YouTube, there's just montages of other musicians that you would come out of left field talking about how great they are. Carlos, River Cuomo's from Weezer, just people you never expect, the guys from Incubus, and many other major artists. So, they just deserve to get in. I would argue is that they probably deserve to get in before the Dave Matthews Band did. They probably deserve to get in before maybe 10 or other 15 people that were groups that have gotten in the past 5 or 6 years. So, I'm hoping they pull it off. It would be a great victory. And the best thing about it is that they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to address it. They're just going to let it go through the system. They're not going to politic and campaign, and you're not going to see big promotional things coming out from them to try to sway them. They're already together.
Billy Idol's already all over social media, oh, thanks for voting. He's trying to campaigning to get in, which you can't blame somebody, I guess, especially if they're older and stuff. But Fish isn't doing that, huh?
No. And some of the nominees that I love, like the Crows just reunited. Now they got a new box set coming out with Jimmy Page. Oasis just reunited. They're going to kick off a tour in July.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the White Stripes to reunite. Everybody wants Outkast to do another thing. And it's like, these are, to me, and I'm not saying those artists are going to do that, but to me, it just seems like that's the progression, is that these things happen to try to turn it into opportunity. And I'm not accusing any of them of doing that, but it's just a little too coincidental in some cases. But yeah, I hope they get in, just so I could pretty much, I know a lot of people don't care about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, just so I can say I told you so. That would be my motivation.
Yeah.
So.
And I get that too, right? Is it a popularity contest? Is it just political? Is it, and it's unfortunate, but and I guess it's easier to say that too if your bands haven't got in.
and
once
you know
they
what's
get,
all
sorry,
go ahead.
No.
What else is interesting too is that they're in the hallway of the Hall of Fame. One of their concert props from New Year's Eve has been in there. And Trey inducted Genesis into the Hall of Fame, and Fish performed 3 Genesis songs because Genesis didn't perform. So it's like they're right on the doorstep, like
right.
everybody, or not everybody, a lot of people in that community obviously think they're deserving. So it would just be weird to me that they were so involved in the past, and then the committee or the voters didn't put them in, but we'll see.
Gotcha. Guys, get your votes in. If you're just joining, you see the two little boxes right there. One says Spinning Vinyls, Jason. One says the Group Seekers, Chris. These are the bands we picked. We're doing a fantasy draft, a rock fantasy draft. Pay no attention to the top of the screen where it says jazz. Hopefully that's going to get fixed on the next one. Which band do you like better? We are tied right now. We need a tiebreaker. I should text my girlfriend right now. We need a tiebreaker. One more vote, and then I'm going to close it out.
Somebody vote for Spins, because I screwed him on the last one, changing it from a quartet to a 5-piece.
Cesar said it's all good. If it helps for them to make some bands reunite, then at least it will be good for something. Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah, it's true. I think it still is good for something. It's not a perfect institution, but there has to be a place where this stuff is memorialized.
Right.
Outside,
and it means a lot to the artists, I think, right? And the fans, but it's like, yeah, you're going to have the people that are like, I don't want to say cynical. Some are going to be cynical. Some are just they don't care about the accolades. It's not about that. But then others, it matters to them, and stuff. And so same thing with like other Hall of Fames, where it's kind of get them in there while they're alive, get them in there while they're if they deserve it, just get them in there.
I like it when it's convenient for me. Like if I don't have a horse in the race, I wouldn't have an opinion. But the other thing that's kind of cool about it is it's vindication for your generation. Like, I know you're not a big Nirvana fan, but think about all the people who saw Nirvana get inducted in their 30s and 40s and 50s, and their parents were like, turn that shit down. And now they're next to their parents' favorite band.
Right.
In that, there's a cool thing about it. So listen, I'm cynical on that stuff too. And I'm critical of anything like this, and critical of the Grammys or whatever awards are out there, but they do have value.
Right.
I can't deny it. And at the very least, if it's not something you agree with, it gives you fodder to discuss, and that's a positive also. Otherwise, we wouldn't have these debates like who your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. That's cool.
That's a great call, dude. It's like, it's always fun. And if you can keep it in perspective, it's like, I'm a list guy. I think you said you're a list guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That gave my dad and I so many opportunities for conversation, right? It's like, how could Zappa not be on this guitar player list? Are they insane? And I would just call him up just to say that, and he would just laugh, and we talk about how is this singer, they have, rock, Rolling Stone magazine has like singer X over singer Y. What are you stupid? And stuff, and just get into it. So it's fun to have those debates. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to consider myself creeping up the ladder. We ended at 50%, so it's a tie on that one, Chris. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say too, like I'm a sports fan. I'm a big basketball fan, and I like baseball and college basketball and stuff. And like, I have no problem. No one has any. Well, most people don't have a problem with those Hall of Fames. Like, it means nothing but to tip the cap to the people that contributed to that culture. And that's kind of what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. I just don't understand why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame gets so much flack. and all the other Hall of Fames don't. It's kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
I guess it just casts a wider net for people. So
you're just never going to make all that people happy all the time, no matter what you do.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to jump in on this? We got Chris and I. This is much more fun with more people. Let's get some people out of the gallery, man. Who wants to join? I won't even mention names. Whoever's out there, you let me know. I'll let this go for a couple minutes. Just raise your hand and I'll create a card for you and we'll do it. We'll all do it together, man. We'll do it live. This is the advantages of being live, guys. If you're watching this after the fact, who wants to pick a band? Wyoming Dave, Cesar, Breakfast King, David Nelms. Yeah, so I didn't mention it yet, guys, but for those that don't know, today's the first day of week 2 of going live every single day. So I'm going live daily now. The Spins Vinyl show. In fact, I finally thought of a name for Tuesdays, because Monday Chris and I do Your Brain on Vinyl. And then Wednesday, I do a show with Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, called Turntable Tales. Thursday, we do Surface Noise. Tuesday is now called For the Record. And that's going to be one where you get an hour of me and then you get an hour with a guest. So tomorrow's guest is the concert buddy himself. Chance will be here. So we'll do an hour with Chance. That'll be super fun. And then we got a lot of people lined up already for weeks to come. So yeah, look for that every single day. Set your clock by at 8 p.m. Central, except Friday at 6 p.m. Central as I take you into the Jazz Bum Show. I wouldn't be that good at the fantasy draft. Come on, guys. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. Dave, you want to jump in on this? We're just having fun, baby. You just say the word, man. You just say the word. You're in the game. You're in the game. Yeah, I was surprised you said you weren't going to watch the All-Star game yesterday. I didn't either. But I think might have been on Whatnot actually during the game. But I definitely had to watch the 10-minute wrap up of it, and Steph Curry just dominating as always.
Yeah, I watch a lot of hoop, but I haven't really been into the All-Star game the past few years. So I wasn't. I mean, like I said, I fell asleep last night. I wasn't too disappointed that I missed it. It wasn't the first thing I thought about this morning. I can tell you that much. Yeah, and I'll watch some random college game on a Thursday night or Friday night because it's on. It doesn't matter who it is, and I like the NBA a lot. But I was just like, meh.
David Nelms taking the dog out. I love it. Do you want to join David Nelms? We're looking for a third here. We want to have some fun with the gallery. You want to jump in on this? We'll get you a card, and we'll just pick our groups. There's no pressure here. There's no stakes. No reason to be shy. Come in and have some fun.
Can I give you my dream band that I jotted down before the show that I was going to try to get?
Yeah.
So it's going to be Prince.
Oh my God, how did I leave Prince off this list?
There's going to be Prince, Eddie Hazel from Funkadelic, Carter Beauford on drums from the Dave Matthews Band, James Jamerson on bass, and Booker T on keys. That was going to be the band I was going to try to put together. So I got the first band I picked was very similar, or in the same spirit, I guess. But
right,
that was my goal. You can't put Prince on this list because he's in his own Hall of Fame.
That's true. Well, maybe we'll do, because this is fun. I think the more we kind of constrain it, the better it gets. So it's kind of like if we did, we could do all 80s. We could do, there's just so many ways to constrain this, right? You could say funk, you could say, anything you want. Bands that start with G or whatever, just to kind of narrow things down. That's kind of cool.
I'd probably
no living artists or only living artists. Carol Ann in the house, Chris. Can't compete with the two of us. Come on, Carolyn, come on. No
All right, no takers. I guess.
takers. Okay, so how do you want to do this next one, dude?
Winner takes all.
Okay.
So whoever wins this wins the whole shebang. Want to raise the stakes. I don't know how many people do you want to have in the band?
You want to just make it free form?
Could do that. Do you want to make it? You want to make it? You can't pick anybody you picked for the previous band.
Okay, and that's kind of what I've been doing anyway. But that makes sense. We can't do free form because the app's not designed that way. So yeah, we do have to kind of stick to the same number. Can't pick anyone you've already picked. What else? You want to do 2 drummers? You want to do 2 guitar players? Like, let's put one more like instrumental restriction on there.
Get you 2 guitar players. That's fine.
See, now she just says I can't compete with Chris. I'm offended. First she says I can't compete with both of you. Then she's, well, I can't compete with Chris.
Stats don't lie.
This is harsh. Why do I put myself through this punishment, guys? It's like, whatever. Okay.
All right. 5-piece, 2 guitar, winner takes all.
5-piece, 2 guitar, winner takes all. I love it. Here we go. Boom. I'm gonna hit random again. Chris is first.
All right.
You said 2 guitar, 5-piece, right? Let's remember that.
Right. So let's go guitar. And let's go Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits. Very nice. She's got legs. All right. I'll go guitar. We're picking 2 guitars. Problem is I've already picked the fire. I picked Pete Townsend, but I picked him for keys, right?
You could pick him for guitar if you picked him for keys.
I picked Jimmy Page. Did I pick Hendrix yet? I picked Zappa.
Yeah. You picked Jimmy in the last one.
Pick Jimmy. I'm gonna go Eddie. Am I going Eddie? Am I really gonna do that? I'm gonna go Eddie. I'm gonna go Eddie. Okay. Well, we gotta pick 2. Let me get my second guy in there just because before you pick him. Who is gonna pair nicely with Eddie Van Halen? How about, I kind of think Jimmy Page, dude. I mean, I haven't picked Jimmy yet. I think Jimmy and Eddie. That's a power guitar duo right there. Okay. You're up.
All right. Let's go George Harrison on guitar.
If I had Prince, I would actually pick Prince. Not George Harrison, George. Mark Knopfler, George Harrison. Okay. Little weak, right. Chris. I got to be honest. Little weak.
This is a gentleman's band. It's the gentleman's band.
I'm just trolling you, right? Because I can't win a game.
All right, let's go bass.
Want to go bass? Let's go bass. Wide open field, except for someone you've already picked.
So let's see. I need somebody. I already picked McCartney. John Paul Jones would be interesting. Actually, I'm gonna go Jack Cassidy.
Jack Cassidy from the Jefferson Airplane and Hot Tuna. Okay. Not a bad little pick. Yeah, I feel compelled to go bass too. Let's see. I should have been paying attention. I picked Geddy Lee already, who I think would be fire in this band, but now I got to pick someone else. I picked Jack Bruce. Bill Lesh isn't going to work for me. I got Van Halen, Jimmy Page. I'm going to go... Is Sting going to work here? I don't feel like he would. I kind of feel like a good pairing, considering the guys I have left that I haven't picked yet, would be I was just looking at them.
I think there's 3 obvious choices.
I kind of want to pick Flea. Van Halen, Jimmy Page. Kind of want to pick Flea. I really want to pick Flea. Bill Wyman, no. I already picked Claypool. I'm gonna go Flea. Okay, let's get some drums.
I would have gone Cliff Burton there, man.
Cliff Burton. Could go Cliff Burton.
Oh, you got one more.
I like to go for the crazy pick. So I got both my guitar players and my bass player. We're doing 5, right?
Yep.
So let me get my drums in here. Got to be someone I haven't picked yet. I haven't picked Bonham yet, have I?
No.
I'm going right for him. We're going to slide him right in there. Oh, I got 2 Led Zeppelin guys now, but whatever. We're going to do a little Led Zeppelin mashup.
Go keyboards.
As the table turns, Flea, yes, great minds think alike.
This is tough. Man, Winwood would be good here, but I already picked.
So you got Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits. You got George Harrison, the Beatles. You got your guitars lined up. Jack Cassidy. Now you're going.
Keyboards.
We're going drums. Yeah. Keyboards. That's right.
Yeah. Man, I don't really know.
Take 2 drummers.
No.
This makes for quality content, guys. You love the long pauses. I know you do. That's why we need more people in here.
Give me Al Cooper.
I'm not trying to rush you. It's just okay. Here we go. Boom. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Al Cooper.
And then on drums. All right, give me Phil.
Phil Collins?
Yeah.
That stands for yikes. Sorry, guys. I'm fighting for a win here. So far, I've got 2 losses and a tie. Why anyone would pick Phil Collins for that group, I have no idea. Okay. I'm just
because I can't take Jeff Porcaro 3 times.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I need a keyboarder, right? We got drums, bass, 2 guitar players. We need someone to
vocalist. Who's gonna sing?
You're right. No one.
You don't have a singer.
I don't need a keyboarder. This is such a strong band. Like, all right, hold on. I got to look at my band, and then it's just going to come to me.
I hope you pick Steven Tyler.
Not trying to sabotage me, right?
I'm totally trying to sabotage you. Why the hell would you pick Steven Tyler? Or am I pretending I'm trying to sabotage you?
Because I kind of think Steven Tyler would work. Steve Perry, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I couldn't get him in. I couldn't get him in tonight. I can't. I already got 2 guys from Led Zeppelin. Dang you! It's either Steven Tyler or Axl Rose, actually. I already picked David Lee. I'm not doing Hagar.
Well, one's going to go to rehab 7 times and one's not going to show up. So you're screwed either way.
This is a fantasy draft. This is my fantasy. All right.
I dare you to pick Kurt Cobain. As the table turns, just let the record show that Spins hates Nirvana. So keep that in mind when you vote.
Well, hate's strong, but yeah. Okay, this is like people tuning out now. We just got to get this done. Oh, wait, we're doing singer, vocalist. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with my gut. Take me down to the paradise city where the girls are green and the grass is pretty. We're going Axel. And yeah, I messed that up on purpose. That's how I sing it. Where the girls are green and the grass is pretty. Look at that.
That's an all rehab
Axel.
band.
You got Eddie Van on the guitar. You got Jimmy Page on the guitar. You got Flea, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and John Bonham, the man himself, on drums. I cannot be stopped. While Chris is making a sorry attempt at trying to get you guys to vote for him, I'm going to throw the poll up. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, we're just covering old English folk songs in this band. That's our... It's a gentleman's
you don't have
band.
to try to make your argument, make your case.
No, it's true. So they're going to meet up at the local Elks Lodge in Malibu, and they're just going to sing old English folk songs with a blues twist, maybe. It's going to be like the Traveling Wilburys, but a little bit more Robin Hood to them.
A little more Robin Hood, okay. Are you guys buying it? Who is it going to be? The vote is coming your way. Groove Seekers? I keep forgetting to put the Groove Seekers or Spinning Vinyls.
I mean, just think about Knopfler and Harrison.
The poll is up.
Two of the most...
How do you make that work?
Oh, you make it work fabulously. So the Knopfler is just not. First of all, both can play either acoustic or electric extremely well. They're not going to step on each other, even though they're two of the greatest players ever. They know Knopfler is a driving force, but he knows how to let his band do the work at times. And George has lived in the shadow of everybody for most of his career. So they're just going to be happy to have one another. Jack Cassidy, I'm thinking more like Hot Tuna Jack than Jefferson Airplane Jack.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then, Phil, he's got to take it easy nowadays. So he's just playing, maybe play some brushes. He's playing a small kit. He's just chilling in the backdrop, happy to be there as well. He's living off the royalties from Tarzan in the 90s. He's good. And, Rock's most infamous character, Al Cooper. He's made it through sessions with Dylan. He was in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He produced Lynyrd Skynyrd. He knows how to fit in. He'll make it work. His
way around Michael Bloomfield.
Yeah. And Phil is just playing old man drums. He's just an assassin. He knows what to play, when to play. He's not going to play too crazy. Maybe he'll add some backup harmonies, some yodeling, maybe. Who knows? But this is where we're at.
You're going to put the brushes in his hand. Okay.
Phil fits as well because you got to have 3 English gentlemen to make this band work. Cassidy and Cooper, they put a little edge in there, but not too much. So Phil's the great majority leader for kindness and manners in the band.
All right. You guys heard it here first. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be Spinning Vinyls or the Groove Seekers? Which band has the best fantasy band? I don't know why that didn't change. It still says jazz. Sorry. We'll get that fixed next time, guys. As the table turns, Phil Collins is the one I have to think about. Yeah. All right. We haven't got any takers, Chris.
I like your band at a dive bar. I like my band on 45 RPM.
Just think of how loud my band is. But
that's the problem.
No, these are kick-ass rockers. They're blowing the roof off. This is what you want. This is what Soundgarden and Nirvana and Pearl Jam wish they were.
The problem is that Axl and Flea are going to be shooting up together, right?
Flea's over that.
Eddie and John Bonham are going to be drunk off their ass.
Even better.
And Page is going to be too concerned with the sound guy saying that he needs to turn his amp up and put all these filters in for the live show.
They got to get through one show.
The sound guy is going to be like, dude, this is a dive bar. Like, take a hike, Jimmy Page. No smoking in here, Jimmy.
I don't think Eddie and Jimmy Page would work together good. That's the only thing. There's just no pleasing you as the table turns.
So as the table turns, do you think it's more detrimental to have the clashing of Jimmy and Eddie, or have the potential misplacement of a legendary drummer who has a proven body of work and named Phil Collins, and he wrote the songs for Tarzan?
Man, even when you troll, you still win. We're at 50-50 here.
Oh
no, we need a tiebreaker.
I know what pushes us over the edge. My band is also going to do a folk rendition of Studio.
A folk rendition of Studio
with Mark Knopfler on lead vocals.
I wish we had AI. We could make that happen, dude. We can make that happen. I'm just not going to pay $40 a month to make it happen. All right. I don't see how Mark Knopfler and George Harrison fit in. Maybe someone does. I guess you got to have George on. He's going to have to play rhythm here, I think, right?
Well, wait a second. Imagine George on acoustic, Knopfler doing kind of like a plucking thing on acoustic, doing a cover of the Phil Collins classic Against All Odds. I mean, come on. With Cooper just doing piano fills.
Yeah. Actually, the piano on that is nice. Okay. You might have convinced me. But did he convince you all? That's the question. All right. Let's wrap it up. What do we got? Okay, so Groove Seeker. Okay. Spins. Groove Seeker. What's happening? It's back and forth and back and forth. It's 50%. Thanks for voting, guys. Appreciate that. We need another tiebreaker now. 4 out of 5 musicians for Groove Seekers. Well, we were supposed to have 2 people join us today. We're not supposed to, but I tried to get 2 more people on. And it's just the 2 of us, Chris.
What's the name of your band? The Midlife Crisis? Is that what the name of your band is?
No, this is going to be something like the electric. We say this. The electric something. Electric S Stompers.
Mine's going to be the Distinguished Cialis Choir. That's going to be the
What's up, Vinyl and Kicks?
What
is it again? Sorry.
The Distinguished Cialis Choir.
Distinguished Cialis Choir versus the Electric S Kickers. And the S is a $sign.
Or is the S for smack?
Vinyl and Kicks. Just go to the poll and click on spinning vinyls, and let's get this over with. You're the tiebreaker. But honestly though, this is what we've been doing. If you just join in, we got we've been doing a fantasy rock draft. Pay no mind to how it says jazz at the top. But you see my band highlighted in green. The spinning vinyls. We're making a case. I'm making a case for why that's the better band, and Chris is making a case for why the Groove Seeker should win. Oh, you already voted. Okay.
We'll vote again, Vinyl and Kicks. Come on.
You can only vote once, right? Can you vote more than once? All right. Are we going to close it out at 50%? We kind of have to, huh? No one is going to break it. All right, let's close it out. Boom. All right. That's Chris. You got 2 wins. You have no losses. 2-2-0. 2 wins, 2 ties, no losses.
You know what they say? To be the champ, you got to beat the champ.
I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that. The sympathy vote. Well, what else is shaking, man? Should we do a 20 piece now?
20. Replicate the mothers of intervention without Zappa.
Whew. I put Ian Underwood on here. Why didn't I pick Ian Underwood for something?
You know, it's hard because the it does make it fun that you're boxed in. Like I would never think to pick Jack Cassidy.
Right.
But he's there. Process of elimination, and he's really the only one that fits, I think, in this band.
Yeah, like I would never pick Axl, but I already did David Lee, who would have fit in good here, but you know, it's kind of fun, you know, picking guys from different bands. Like I made the mistake of picking 2 guys from Zeppelin here. But it's interesting to kind of try to shoehorn these guys in and make them work, right? Make a case for why it's the perfect pick.
Yeah, nobody picked. I mean, I thought nobody picked any Stones all night.
No Stones.
The only reason why I won the first one is because I picked Jimmy.
I mean, he's fire.
That's like when I picked Coltrane in the jazz draft. It was like a no-brainer. I know what to do.
That's what you do. See, you come in, you just take the popular pick.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. I'm going to remember that for next time.
You certainly campaign better than me, but I'm just going for the layups.
I think I tried too hard. People see right through it. Have you picked up any vinyl lately?
Yeah. Of course.
That's a layup.
Can you I guess I can grab some. Can you give me a second?
Yeah, here, I'll see if I can show some. You go do your thing. Guys, I want to remind you, we're going daily. Spins Vinyl, the Spins Vinyl show. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're not done, but we're going to show some records, some recent pickups. This is Your Brain on Vinyl with Chris every single Monday, 8 p.m. Central. Tuesdays is a new show I like to call For the Record. And last week we had an interview with Felipe. This week we got an interview with the Concert Buddy. So you're not going to want to miss that. Tomorrow night, Chance will be here. Wednesday is with my guy Brandon for Turntable Tales. We'll be here again, 8 p.m. Central then. And then Thursday is the A side. That's my only day off. We let Chance do the A side on every other Thursday. And then on Friday, I'll be back with a little jazz to kind of take you right up to the jazz bums. So that'll be fun. All right, let me make you big. And then while you're doing that, I'll grab some stuff.
Let's see. So I got the last 2 LP on LP. This is Live Fish on LP. And they put these out like twice a year. It's essentially just kind of like some highlighted performances over the year. So one's from 1998 and one's from 2021. It's just one song on each side. Hold your jokes. But this was pretty cool. Got the last 2 Rhino High Fidelities, which I'm not really happy with sound wise. Got the television.
Really? Why not?
I don't know, the second television, I have another pressing of this. It's just, it sounds like pretty bright to me. Like a little bit too like tinny in a way. I don't know how else to describe it, but I got to go back and listen again. The faces actually sounds pretty good. I don't have an OG to compare it to, but it just seems like there's something missing from it, some kind of punch to it. I just want to be rocked a little bit more. But this is a great album. Let me see what else. Oh, after a very, very, very long hiatus, I'm back on a big Bill Evans kick. I took a long time off from him, but a lot of his stuff's been on sale, and I picked up the.
Did you succumb to the idea that he's kind of oversaturated right now since he's getting Record Store Day live releases every half a year?
It's so funny because I was telling Arnaldo this. I might have told you this as well. I listened to him a lot, like when I was getting into jazz and like going through the jazz journey. I went on my hard drive. I think I have like everything they've ever put out and like everything he's ever been featured on. So I know at one point a long time ago, I just like walked away from him, but I just picked up Trio 64 and Trio 65, which are great. These are on sale.
Trio 6. So somebody, were you on when somebody mentioned that? One of my streams, somebody talked about one of those 64 or 65, saying it was just fire. I can't remember when that came up.
They're both really good.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, these are killer. I highly recommend these to everybody. The Eddie Hayes on the Alan Toussaint Rhino Reserves. These are awesome. Let's see what else I've gotten recently. I'll put those to the side for a second. I finally wanted an OG of this really bad, this Verve album, and they're just way too expensive for near mint. So I did some research, and this is supposed to be like the next best pressing. I actually ordered this from iMusic, which is a website in Denmark, I think. And they had a couple of other things besides the Verve. I got that Record Store Day release of Bill Evans. Everybody digs Bill Evans in mono, which I'm looking for. Here it is.
It's a great record.
So I scooped that. What else did I get from them? Oh, I got the it's on the table right now, but they reissued the D'Angelo Live at the Jazz Cafe. I don't know if it's a reissue or repress, but that was like really hard to get for a long time, and I saw it pop back up on a couple of sites. So I found it there. Nice. Let's see. Oh, I'd be remiss not to mention these. So Spins does Whatnots on Saturdays and Sundays. He's back in the groove, and a couple of weeks ago, I jumped into his jazz mystery stream show, which was awesome.
Which we're doing another one next weekend.
Yes, you should all tune. This is killer. I got this Dexter Gordon Tower Power Ode JC from the 80s from you, which is awesome. I got the JJ Johnson Bud Powell Sonny Stitt OJC. This is super good. I wasn't in the right mood for it, so I got to go back and listen to it again. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I would based upon the lineup.
Okay.
This, though, let's look at on Discog. You can get this record for like almost nothing. This Junior Man's Trio at the Village Vanguard. This sounds amazing, and it's just an awesome performance. It's just a trio. Larry Gales on bass and Ben Riley on drums. Well worth picking up. And then Spins. What do they call it when you in the VC when somebody gives you something?
VCLT, I believe.
Okay, so Spins hooked me up with some VCLT here. Chunga's Revenge, which is an album I knew but never owned. So he sent us along in the package. So thank you, Spins. But these all come from whatchamacallit, Spins' Whatnot, Saturday and Sundays. Oh yeah, he threw me this Basie too, which was a fun listen. My wife and I had this on a couple of weekends ago. It was pretty sweet.
That's cool.
And then what else did I get? I got a lot of stuff. Oh, here. I haven't listened to this yet, but I got the Joni Court and Spark one step, which I've been getting all the Joni one steps. So
very nice.
So yeah, I got a lot of stuff lately.
That's cool, man. I couldn't find everything that I picked up recently. I haven't picked up that much, honestly, but a couple things I probably haven't shown yet. This one, Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, we kind of have a, we go back and forth and stuff. And he picks up some stuff from me. I pick up some stuff from him. We do some cool trades. And he works at a record store like one day a week or something. And so I picked up a list of stuff from him. But I think one of the things I haven't shown yet was this, and this is a reissue. It's not an OG or anything, but let me make myself big here. Pork Soda, Primus.
Nice.
Sailing the Seas of Cheese is kind of where I kind of started getting into Primus. Obviously they had some great records before that, but they weren't really on my radar too much. Sailing the Seas of Cheese, I freaking love that album. I want to get it on vinyl. I used to have the CD, but this one I think came right after, if I'm not mistaken, Pork Soda. And it's got some great stuff. I mean, this is My Name is Mud is on this one and stuff. So just great stuff, man. 1993, Primus. This is just a great double LP gatefold, just really nice presentation and not pricey, for that, some of that 90s stuff. It's great when they reissue it affordably. So it's great that Primus is getting some love that way. And then the only other thing I'll show and is because I went to we took a little trip last week, I guess, or the week before. And one of our stops was in LA and SoCal, and so in Hollywood. And so had a chance to go to the Amoeba Records out there. And growing up in the Bay Area in California, I frequented Amoeba in San Francisco and in Berkeley, but never got around to the one in Hollywood until 2 weeks ago. You would think I picked up some fire while I was there. It was a lightning tour. We had to get to the airport. I just wanted to get there, take a picture, go through. So I went through there, basically had time enough to go through their recent, the new release, not new releases, but whatever you call that, the new stuff that they just get in those bins, and saw this. I've been trying to get a Madness best of comp. The US version came out a year after this, which is actually a good thing for that pressing because it includes Our House, which is like their biggest hit, right? But this is cool because it includes some of the stuff on the US comp. This is the UK pressing, but it also includes a lot of stuff that's not on the US comp. So it's kind of like, I still want to get the US one, but I'm glad I got this because it kind of gives you a nice cross section of everything. And it's got a lot of the big stuff, right? Baggy Trousers. And for those, this is kind of pop ska, I guess I would call it. Complete Madness. Baggy Trousers is a big one. Night Boat to Cairo, House of Fun. I love that one. One Step Beyond is the big one. Everyone's heard One Step Beyond, and others. So that was kind of fun. It was affordable. I've never had this UK press, so I thought it was kind of cool to snag this one. So still looking for the US one, but this would be a nice compliment.
Nice.
And that's all I really got.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is we haven't really shown records in a while, so this is from several weeks. I don't want everybody to think I got just these the past 3 days. And it goes in waves. So
we know every day you don't get a record. There's times where I know maybe people can relate to this, dude. It's like it's addicting, right? It gets to a point where if you go to the mailbox and nothing's in there, it's like depressing. It's like I need my records, man. But once I start, that's kind of how it is. Once I kind of like I go through a little hiatus. I'm not going to buy, take a little break. It literally is like coming down on something. It takes a couple days. But then I'm cool. Like I'm not going to the mailbox every day, but once I start, it just spins out of control, man. It's like, I gotta, you go through these little, at least for me, I go through these little sprees where it's like, it's fun to go to that mailbox and have there be a box in there.
You know what that is, man? That's your brain on vinyl.
That's your brain on vinyl. Hey, well said. David Nelms was at Amoeba on Saturday. That's cool, dude. I just missed you by about a week and a half, man. That's cool. Wyoming Dave, I have one Madness album, the one with Our House and It Must Be Love. Yeah, those didn't make it on this one. You got to get the other comp for those. Those are cool. I think, like the English Beat, I would call that kind of pop ska. I got to see the English Beat last year. It was really great. Dave Wakeling, of course, but no Ranking Roger anymore, passed away a few years back. And I'd put Madness kind of in that category, pop ska. It's not going to be like, to me, I kind of put the Specials kind of more in that when you start talking late 70s, 80s ska, to me, Specials is kind of like the more raw version of that. But I'm glad we got bands like the English Beat and Madness and stuff like that to really kind of do some great pop tunes. It's really fun stuff. Chris has disappeared again. Is he going to grab more records? We don't know. Just look at that. Look at that wall, guys. We should, you know what we should do? Yeah, you know how you count the jelly beans in a jar and you win a prize? How many records are on Chris's wall, guys?
I've never counted.
Do you know everything's in Discogs, right?
No. Yeah. This is a really cool comp, and I don't know if this is even in print anymore. But this is like a best of the two-tone record label.
Nice.
So obviously Special, Madness, Specials, the Beat, Selector, you know, Body Snatchers. Pretty boilerplate stuff, but this is cool because
I mean, boilerplate, but all that stuff is cool. Like that's the stuff that we grew up with, or at least I did, you know, in the early 80s, man. That stuff is so cool.
Let's see what else here. Yeah, I'm not going to go out and seek the 45s on this stuff or whatever, but this is really cool. I don't know if it's still. I feel like when this came out, it went away pretty fast. I'm trying to think when this came out. It says 2014. I could be wrong about that.
As long as we're on the topic, I have this really nice OG Specials Japanese pressing with the Obi strip.
Nice.
Just show this off a little bit. Why not? This one's really cool, man. A message to you, Rudy. Do the Dog Gangsters. I used to listen to this as a kid, man, just cover to cover. So when I got this, after not hearing it for decades, it all came right back. And you just got to go right down the list, flip it over, listen to side 2. Really cool Chrysalis label right there. But yeah, man, this is all fun stuff, man. I love Specials, love Madness, English Beat, or the Beat, of course, as they're known in England.
I don't like a lot of comps and soundtracks. I have like this many.
Yeah,
but this is one that's worth having.
That's really cool. I love that. They always do it right. They've done a few comps, man. They always look cool.
Yep.
Vinyl Kicks has it. Got it for under $10. I'm gonna have to pick that up. It's probably not $10 anymore, but got it in 2016.
I'll put the barcode in the chat so you guys can look it up. That's right. No Matrix barcode. It won't let me post it. I'll put it in the private chat for you, Spins, whatever.
Okay. AA in the house. Sorry, I missed you. What's up, baby?
Well, Spins, it was a good draft. We'll have to get more people around, but that was fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's the thought that counts.
Agreed. So what do you got tomorrow? You got Concert Buddy tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Concert Buddy. I'll give you guys an hour. It'll be a fun hour, I think. I'm going to talk about, kind of get to, I want to kind of get into a little bit, just have a conversation with, what I love about music, what I love about Wax, and kind of get into my feels a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe everyone else can join too, and just talk about why we like vinyl and, why you like vinyl, why you like music. And for me, it's going to be a lot of nostalgia. I'm going to get into the records that kind of, I don't know. I feel like just kind of were the ones that made the difference for me in terms of, really kind of making me a music lover and a vinyl lover. So we'll get into some of that for the first hour. And then the second hour, we'll do Concert Buddy, get an hour with Concert Buddy. And then, we just go from there, man. We're going daily, 8 p.m. Central, every day except Friday, which is 6 p.m. Central. So it's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be a really fun week. So
make sure you guys like and subscribe. I've seen almost all of your streams live since you've launched. There's a couple I had to go back and watch, or I came in late to, but they're pretty entertaining and fun. So I'd recommend it.
I appreciate that, my brother. All right, Chris. All right, everyone else. Thank you so much. This was fun. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Like I said, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock, we'll see Chance and we'll pick his brain. We'll see if he can tell us some stuff about him that no one knows. And that'll be fun. All right, man. See you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.